Plus, cheap shot onto Erwin. Immediate wall right after as Erwin having to take quite a few hits back to back. Immediate bubble for Erwin though. Could potentially put him in a weird spot. Immediate first aid. He's just burning through big defenses and big kills instantly here. Plus doesn't even catch himself a quick reset. Just goes in with a flashing blade at the end. Getting those, what is those, trick blades? What are they called? Unseen Blade? Is that Unseen Blade? I barely played Trickster. It tells me just how much I played Trickster, dude. I am Fadebound and Deathstalker all the way on the Rogue. I barely play some Trickster. Oh, man. And Arwen, though, does get CC'd for a moment there with a sap. He's got himself a nice looking Mog, though. Just like a full-on red and like almost like bronze-esque color to it, I guess. A very interesting color palette overall. As Plush does get a full cheap shot. DFA, he bombs it. He bombs the DFA. How hard would that thing would have hit? I'm actually now interested in how hard would a DFA have hit. Oh, not a second. Does that coup de grace as a trickster? Because it's coup de grace is like an upgraded eviscerate. But if you DFA, does it give you that upgraded eviscerate and plus 10% more damage on top of that? And that CC immunity that DFA does? Because that'll be wild. I need to mess around with it some more, dude. I've been playing a lot of Assassin, a lot of Outlaw. I gotta give Sub a proper shot. Sap by Plush is trying to see if he can back up out of there real quickly. He's got it down on defenses, but also a little down on offenses as well. Just trying to see if he can play it a little bit of a slower game here. Arwen, he used to find the guy. He does have all the eyes in the world, does pick up the eyes, and should be able to see Plush around the corner, right? He's trying to see if he can be very, very careful. He knows there's going to be a sap hitting him every time, doesn't he? Every single time. Shadow strikes out of the Rogue. Cheap shot right after. Shield of Vengeance does get to burn through the Rogue, but also does give you quite a bit of survivability. Wake Up Ashes by Arwen. Looks like he's playing the full-on hammer build. Hammering down Plus. That's just not in a great spot to be in. Plus with the gouge, he still has a big hammer above his head. The slam. It slams. It does nothing. What does this hammer even do except nothing? It just looks menacing. Is it just supposed to put him on edge? Just get him all nerves? All kind of like, what am I trying to say? Out of sync? Because just like, oh, with a big hammer hangs above your head, you're like, what is this? As Plush does get himself a quick reset versus Arwen as he's hanging around by the edge here, trying to see if he can pick up the eye. First aid up for Plush. Let's try to see if he can get away from him. Does he get himself a proper go here? Does he get himself a proper chance here? As Arwen tried to see if he can find him, second set of eyes is available. Plus does have evasion coming back up. With a trinket and evasion, I think he might have enough cooldowns to work with defensively. He still will need someone offensive to really burn through. Arwen does not have immunities though. Actually, Arwen has bubble coming back up at 42 seconds. Plush, if you are listening, you may be kind of you may have a ticking clock, 30 seconds, about a 30-second ticking clock right now between him getting immunity and you getting a kill. So you might just need to go in all out, trinket, everything available. You got the whole shebang here. Everything up, wall available for Arwen immediately. Shield of Vengeance to follow, breaks past it really quickly. Stun is going to be trinket immediately for Plush. As he goes in for advantage, he gets to give himself a shield, I think, because it no longer uses cooldown reduction. Big hammering hand over Plush. Said, might just have to play his super extra aggro right now. Trying to see if he can blind 6 seconds on a bubble. I guess he's just going to go for a hit and run. Arwen just charging in. He has the bubble, so he's perfectly cool. As long as he can catch a Plush, but not playing Herald of the Sun does make it harder for you to keep the Rogue out of stealth. Because with the Dawn Light of Herald of the Sun searing the Rogue the entire time, that'd be perfect. Because I would just keep him out of stealth the entire time, the entire duel. But Hammer, it's a big hit. It's a large hit. It's actually a sizable hit, in fact. It does a lot of damage. It is super scary. DFA up for the Rogue. Still gets hammered either way. Massive hammer hanging above his head. Bubble available for Arwen. Moy not needed. Let's try to see if he can escape. Cloak of Shadows and Evasion. Last second. Does he have enough damage right now? Arwen just needs to find a way to catch up. He doesn't have a lot of health either. Plush, maybe Plush can somehow land a big crit. If Arwen makes a mistake, and if you go for a big secret technique and it doesn't bubble it, maybe you can punish him that way. You just need to land a big crit. Keep Arwen's health kind of low, not super low when he wants to bubble, and just eviscerate all of that health. That's like the only chance that he's got here. Without a trinket, without anything. 4 minutes into this duel, the back and forth between the Rogue and the Paladin. He's got a full first aid, so now you're just even that much further behind. Oh man, this is actually just why is this racking my head right now? Why is this so nerve-wracking? Cheap shot by the Rogue. Does he have himself a proper go? Is going to bubble out of Arwen. Just trying to see if he can take down the Rogue. You just got to live this. You just got to find a way to live this. Faint, everything available. Sipping up, disarm as soon as you can, maybe. Arwen got himself full burst, everything available. Massive hammer hanging above flush sets. I think it just might be lights with flush. I think it's just over. Yeah, the cheat death is gone. And he's just trying to see if he can take the attention into Bayek. Bayek is rushing out, immediately going in for full burst. Also playing a Hammeradin, if I remember correctly. Searing glare, everything available. Yeah, massive hammer slamming down onto Arwen. Is just trying to back up out of there. Quick stun, full burst available. Arwen just doesn't have anything to work with here. Got himself Spell Warden, so at least he can survive a lot of the holy damage. Paladins being not that physical heavy, are mostly holy damage heavy, and he just got a full immunity for the holy damage. It is wild. Basically a Cloak of Shadows for Paladin. Shield of Venus for Arwen. Is it going to be enough though? He's got a big hammer, able to break past Bayek's shield, but also your own shield pops because of it. And Bayek does end up taking it. Kragar does get himself a proper go here versus Bayek. Last time it was definitely a tough one. He won it, but barely. But he was able to scrape by just a little bit. 30% dampening. It is still really high dampening so far. Immediate blessing of protection for Bayek. And Kragar with a defensive stance. As long as he just doesn't let Bayek go all out with full damage while he's got Bob, he might be okay. Charging in. Next up for Bayek, if he got himself full burst, he might be alright. But seeing him charge in, immediate hand of freedom, immediately running away from the guy, trying to see if he can back away. Kragar with a quick stunner, trying to see if he can make it some kind of a play. Battle stance on the ready and everything available. It's going to be Ironhide for level months, my guy. How you doing? Got us as Kragar. Maybe looking for a parry. Does go for a parry. His Bayek just hammering the guy down. He does have a bubble. I think he's just trying to see if he can save the bubble until a little bit later. Full blind onto Kragar. He's just getting more hammers flying down the guy. Even more bursts. I think, was that a consecration from a distance, or was that like a missed? It might have been consecration. It looked like it was missed wreck, potentially, or like final reckoning. One of those two. Not real sure. Kragar just getting absolutely blasted. Does get himself a lot of health. Rallying Cry, Battle Master Trinket. That's a lot of borrowed health. So Bayek, all he just needs to live, and Kragar's health is going to be dropped down to literally 0. There goes the drop. Eventually, that health does disappear. Oh, can we get a hashtag Ironhide? My man. Appreciate ya. Hope you're doing good, my guy. What is this? Busy Pie? I missed this guy. Wait, Busy Pie is back. Full death mark into Bayek. Does he bubble it? That's a lot of dot damage. Does he just melt? I think he might just let him bubble it. He might just let him bubble it. If he's not careful, you're below 10% health. You're below 10% health. Bubbles it. Yeah. He remembered. Oh, wait, hold on. Rogues have an execute. Yeah, I'm not going to happen. Spizzy does get a full death mark into the guy. He still has a Kingsbane to go for later. That's a full recovery for Bayek, though. 40% dampening. Spizzy does have defenses to work with here. Potentially. Got himself a little bit of dots, a little bit of damage. Kidney shot into Bayek. Full shift. Massive Kingsbane. Lots of damage. Holy. Oh my god. What is this? He's cloaked. He can't even attack him. Spizzy. Oh. This man is a monster, dude. I miss Spizzy because he used to do this kind of stuff all the time. Just full melted him. Oh. I heard that Kingsbane apparently double dips in crit. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think Spizzy might have double dipped in crit with like cold blood. Guaranteed that crit. If it actually double dips, then I think it's going to be actually every tick is a crit. That is wild. As Goreras got himself a little bit on the Lichborn. Spizzy just trying to see if he can keep the pressure on Goreras as best as possible. Maybe he could work up for a little bit of that big Envenom. Potentially does pick up that big Envenom, but he just doesn't have the damage to really work after. Oh, that is so tough. Wait, no, he consumed the last mark, but he just couldn't get that big Envenom there. Yeah, at that point, he just sent everything to the guy. Goss agree versus Goreras. He doesn't really need to worry about Goreras too much. I think he just rush in, bleed him up. Goreras picking up a little bit of health, does get a little bit too close to. Goss agree, does get hit with a rake as he is just out of that, just far enough out of the Death and Decay. As he got himself AMS, everything available. Goss agree. Oh, the back bites. Holy! A Saiyan charging after him right after. He just had a full duel, full stun. Goss agree with a bubble. Not bubble. Barkskin. Definitely not a bubble. Definitely not a bubble. Ursul's on to Saya. I think it's over. Even if you wall here, he got himself Heart of the Wild, a little bit of healing. That may help a little. But unless you go for full damage on the Saya, you got Blessing of Sanct. I think best you could just put bleeds into the guy. Best you could do right now is put bleeds. So Caligorn may have it a little bit easier. Good brother Garen chilling all. Having a good time. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Get your as you're gearing up ults and leveling ults, definitely do the Hollow Zen stuff. Because apparently you can get the big box, the epic box, even on level 10 ults. So you can farm the mount with alts. It is crazy. At least people are reporting right now that you can barely get on level 10 characters. I'll need to test it myself, but it is wild. You can get a lot of stuff right now with it. Caligorn had not a lot of health. Saya still has full immunity, so Caligorn is going to have to break through all of Saya's defenses, and then he's going to have to find a way to live, just to peel away from Saya. But while you have a Dawnlight on you just won't be able to get a lot of healing. That is wild. Blaze Storm out of Caligorn. Bobble out of Saya. He's just perfectly set up, unless you go for Shattering. Does have Shatter, but it doesn't matter. Oh, he actually went behind him to avoid the Shatter. Caligorn picking up a little bit of health with a Battle Message Trinket and a Rally, but it's a limited amount of health he can pick up off it. Now that the immunities are gone for Saya, I actually think Caligorn might just have to go all out. Parry, all out, full demolish, try to see if he can end the duel here. I don't think he can do much right now. He can't even chase after him. Hand of Freedom, Searing Glare. I think it's over. I think Caligorn will be able to live with his parry for now. But after that parry, after the blind is gone, it's just, that is rough. That is so rough. Yo, Spizzy Pie. Oh my, he did so much damage in a single game. Actually, I guess he did get to play against too, but either way. Well done, well done, well done. That was awesome. Let's